Otis Ranger. Pop Song Tech.
Welcome to Pop Song Tech. I'm Otis Ranger. Music today is going to feature the sounds of Stephen Michael Thornton out of New York City, along with a great interview in which he'll be debuting the song Born to Be a Star. Technology today is going to take a look at a company that's trying to upend the real estate market called Opendoor. If you've ever bought or sold a home or know somebody who has, this is the show for you. Stay tuned for more on the technology that underlies Opendoor.com.
How can you just leave me standing alone in a world that's so cold? Maybe I'm just too demanding. Maybe I'm just like my father, too bold. Maybe you're just like my mother. She's never satisfied. Why do we scream at each other? This is what it sounds like when doves cry. Little red Corvette, baby, you're much too fast. Little red Corvette, you need a love that's gonna last. 'Cause
I use the web application where you enter your address and it gives you an immediate quote for your home.
And we immediately provided the valuation offer for his home within 60 minutes. He was blown away by that we really started off on the right foot.
The contract was really fair. It was easy to understand. I signed the contract, and the next thing I knew, I was meeting the Opendoor team for the inspection of my home.
I then had the opportunity to go out and meet with him personally. So he said, what's the next step? And the beautiful part for him was that was basically it. The first offer that we sent him was the final offer that we wanted to stick with, and he was able to walk away from the property totally satisfied, ready to start his new life with his wife, Melissa.
The Opendoor team was just really great and professional. I knew I was dealing with folks that were committed to giving me a great experience.
I handed him the final document for the bill of sale, and he was blown away.
They made it frictionless, they made it easy, and they allowed me to focus on Melissa rather than on all the little items of selling the house.
Hi, this is Stephen Michael Thornton, and you're listening to Pop Song Tech. Come on now. What's good, girl? Friday night, come on, baby, let's go for a ride. Crank that shaft and feel the bump of the bass behind. Temperature's rising, the pressure is building inside. Ooh. So baby, if you like, I'm in the cruise all night. Girl, I got the gas. Better than a toy, feed your appetite. Then I'll make it blast. So baby, grab me good, because I got control to make the loving high. When you work it out, girl, I touch your soul. Baby, I won't stop. So I wanna get with you tonight. 'Cause I'm a love machine. I'm a love machine. Said I wanna break it off on you tonight. 'Cause I'm a love machine. I'm a love machine. Come on, girl. Pop that back while I'm pulling on your hair. Sweat drip dropping on the seats, 'cause we're everywhere. Tell me, do you like it like this? Do you like it in there? Yeah! So baby, can you feel my engine pump? Grinding on your gears. When you overdrive, girl, I'll make it rough. I ain't got no fear. The vibrations and let them overflow. Feel me penetrate. When we hit the road, gotta let it go. I put my valve in your intake. I wanna get with you tonight. 'Cause I'm a love machine. I'm a love machine. Said I wanna break it off on you tonight. 'Cause I'm a love machine. I'm a love machine. Girl, you got machine. And I wanna get with you tonight. 'Cause I'm a love machine. And I wanna get with you. I wanna break it off on you tonight. Break it off on you. 'Cause I'm a love machine. I'm a love machine, girl. Love machine. Let me get aside. Sex, I'm a love machine. Come on, on.
And that, my friends, is Stephen Michael Thornton, a song of his from a few years ago called Love Machine. And I want to thank you sincerely for checking out Pop Song Tech. I'm your host, Otis Ranger. We've got a great show in store for you today. An awesome interview coming up here in just a couple minutes with Stephen Michael Thornton himself, the SMT Sound, as he goes by on all his social media accounts. He's going to be in studio with us talking about the latest single, the podcast debut, if you will, of his song called Born to Be a Star. It's awesome. I think you're going to love it. We started the show today with Love Machine. The last time Stephen Michael Thornton was on our show, he was debuting the song called We Are Love, which just was an amazing song, really thoughtful, emotional song, and he gave us some great insights on an interview about his background the first time he joined us on Pop Song Tech in 2016. Well, I'm thrilled that he's back again today for this new single and to share with us news about what's been going on in his life, as well as the upcoming music video for Born to Be a Star. On the other side of that, we are going to be doing a deep dive into the underlying data science that is driving a new product that could be a tool that you use in the future for either buying or selling a home. The technology is called Opendoor, and that is also the product name, and it is looking to revolutionize the way that buying and selling of houses happens. So we've got Ian Wong from a recent event here in New York City at a data-driven meetup where he was talking about the underlying data science and kind of how this stuff works and what is he trying to do in terms of revolutionizing the way that buying and selling of homes happens. Long gone will be the days of having to wait 3 months for a closing and going through all of the hassle of that, having to stage your house on the market for open houses when you're looking to sell a house. They've got a new business model, and thousands of people have currently bought and sold homes using it. So we're going to learn more about that today on the technology side of Pop Song Tech, but I want to sincerely thank you guys for listening, for sharing the show with others, to our international listeners that are in the Philippines or Vietnam or South Korea. We want to send a special nod to you all as well and welcome you to this New York City-based podcast here called Pop Song Tech. It's an emerging music mashup of, technology topics, music topics, things that are going on in pop culture. And, of course, the biggest thing going on in pop culture this week, we're coming out of the Grammys. And, of course, amazing nods to Adele, to Beyonce, Bruno Mars and his tribute to Prince. Stephen Michael Thornton also has an online tribute to Prince that you can Google on YouTube. We featured a small piece of that at the start of the show today. But, man, it was such a tough year for artists, 2016. So many people at the end of the year were just like, just get this year over with, please. Let's move on to 2017 because we lost such great artists over the past year. David Bowie, another one. And so, we're hoping that we don't have that same kind of year here in 2017. But we are off to a good start this year. We've featured the sounds of Shelby Blondell. Last week, we had Leslie Becker here on Pop Song Tech, and she's got a great show that's starting in Seattle here shortly. But we've got an action-packed show for you today here at Pop Song Tech. Leading us into that, though, it's been a while. I haven't brought out the pocket full of sounds here in a while. Though, if I go to this, what are we going to find? It's been a couple weeks since we brought this up. Pocket full of sounds here, part of the pop portion of Pop Song Tech. Had a chance to go out to Philadelphia. Oh, actually, no, I didn't. It wasn't Philadelphia. It was Easton, Pennsylvania. Excuse me. I went to the Crayola Crayon Factory, and I guess we could do a whole show on this and the technology that goes into how you make crayons, and who has not been impacted at some point or another in their life by crayons, right? They're all over my house. I even made one with a label of Otis Ranger. I will tweet a picture of that if I can locate that photo that I took. But you can go out to Easton, Pennsylvania, to the original Crayola Crayon Factory and learn things like this.
Super colorful. And with so many colors to choose from, the possibilities are endless. What's your favorite color?
What's your favorite color?
Asparagus! Mine's cornflower. Mine. You know, Turk and I come from a really big family. Since 1903, Crayola has made over 600 different shades of crayons. That's a lot of cousins.
Granny Smith Apple holds the best family reunions.
And Turk, did you know that out of America's top 10 favorite Crayola crayon colors, 6 of them are shades of blue, like you?
Oh.
There we go. So a little pocket full of sounds right there. My trip to Easton, Pennsylvania to take a look at Crayola crayons and how these guys are made. Sharing a little bit of pocket full of sounds with you right there. But next up, we've got a great interview with Stephen Michael Thornton. All right, so I am super excited today to welcome back to Pop Song Tech one of our earliest interviewees, one of the earliest featured artists on Pop Song Tech. I am thrilled to welcome back to the show Stephen Michael Thornton. Stephen, how the heck have you been?
I've been great. Very, very great. Good to be here.
Awesome. Well, we had you on a few months back for the debut of your single, We Are Love. Actually, it wasn't the debut of it, but it was our feature. It was our debut of We Are Love, which was just an amazing song. And, we loved featuring it there. Today, we're here to talk about your newest single called Born to Be a Star. And, I've been following you on Facebook. I've been following you on Twitter. It looks like you've been super busy putting a music video together for this thing and just traveling all over the country.
Yeah, I've been actually pretty busy with it. I spent a little while over the last year getting several different recordings together, and this was the one that I had really wanted to put out next. So we worked really hard on getting this recording done, and then I went down to Florida. I'm originally from Tampa, Florida, and we went down there and decided to do the video over Christmas, which when you view the video, it's going to look like summertime. But we did the video over Christmas, and it came out pretty well. So we're to getting it out there and seeing what people think of it.
That's fantastic. And so this is the first single that you've launched since We Are Love. Can you talk with us about just how did that song work out for you? How did you, we loved it here, and I know it was all over Spotify and everything else. Were you pleased with the distribution that you got on that? And how are you, what are some of the distribution channels that you're looking at for this next song?
Well, with this song, with Born to Be a Star, it's interesting. We Are Love ended up going kind of all over the place. I mean, it's everywhere, on Spotify and iTunes and whatnot. And it did very, very well on YouTube. We got lots of really good positive responses from that. But with Born to Be a Star, it's pretty interesting because I actually didn't really. I liked the chorus that I had written for it when I first wrote it, but I thought maybe the song was like really cheesy. And I was like, I don't know I was like, has somebody else done this before? I was like, I don't really know if this is that great of a song. So I went around and played it for a few people. And anyway, everybody I played it for said, no, man, that's awesome. It's a great song. I really like it. And, I was like, have you heard it somewhere before? I was like, because I feel like I've heard it somewhere. And they go, nope, haven't heard it anywhere. They're like, just, it's just a really good melody. And so I thought, all right, well, I guess I'm going to do this song. And I did it several times with my band out here in New York City, and people really liked it. So I was like, all right, well, I guess this is going to be the next single.
That's fantastic. And I know you just had a big live performance over the holidays in New York City. How did that go?
That went really well. Yeah. My band's great. I've got a really fantastic band, and we performed several times over the last year, and I'll be doing more live over the next year. And it's a lot of fun. Performing live is always a lot of fun.
Yeah. I see the posts on